anymore?
Yeah,
that's it. That's it. They sue each other repeatedly.
Repeat performances. So we have Julie Budd with us, and Avraham Fried,
great singer.
Great Hasidic singer. I call him the Michael Jackson of the Jewish Hasidic music. He's a terrific star. I don't believe he's been on television that much. I hope not, because we like him exclusively. Julie Budd is a phenomenal voice.
She's a wonderful
just
singer.
Phenomenal.
And a wonderful friend of mine.
And we have Barbara Walters. So
no, will you leave me alone with Barbara Walters? I mean, I don't even know what she sounds like.
Really?
Yeah, no. Who did Gilda Radner used to do a funny thing.
I'll tell you who did it. I think Louise Duarte.
She does? She does Barbara Walters? Good,
so.
let her do it. That's it. I saw Jackie Mason the other day. We did a thing for WLIW. It was a special called Another Mitzvah. Did you catch that?
No.
That was unbelievable.
Did he fall?
It was fantastic. He said, like Raoul Felder. They have an act like Mutt and Jeff, you know? They do this like a burlesque act or something. And he sat there and I did... He was hysterical. That's it. I do his whole act.
So you played him or he played himself?
No, I played him. I've been playing him for years. I mean, I kept him alive before he went on Broadway. You know, that's what impressionists can do. No, impressions are amazing. They perpetuate the legend of the person, really. They do. So, Barbara Streisand would be no place if not for me.
She stole my song, Streisand.
Which one?
Ovino Malkeno.
Ovino Malkeno, but she's doing an Ovino Malkeno that is like, I never heard that Ovino Malkeno. It's not like, Ovino Malkeno, Haneinu, Haneinu. That's the...
Ovino Malkeno,
Haneinu, Haneinu, Kievonu Hasei. I sing the harmonies.
She's nasty, but she's good.
We're not supposed to sing. We're not supposed to sing. You have to say why.
Oh, yeah.
Because I just remembered.
I forgot. Avram's in the audience.
Avram's in the audience.
Yeah, it's, Avram's going to explain all this to us when he comes on television later.
You better believe it.
And he's going to be between Julie Budd and Marilyn Michaels. Boy,
two female singers, the best. We are the best.
He's going to go to shul. He's going to go to shul tomorrow and beg for something. I don't know what. Anyway, what's going on? You're making a new album?
I am making a CD. I know Julie is here and she's going to talk about her magnificent CD that she has out. The interesting thing about the one I'm doing, which is quite a labor of love, it's called A Mother's Voice. And we're recording it as I speak to you. My son is my guest artist on this, Mark, who just turned 14. And last year, you know, we had
the bar mitzvah last year.
We had the bar mitzvah, was a big success. We broke even. So, and now we're, hello, and he's singing with me on this CD, A Mother's Voice, which was written by Marvin Hamlish. That's the title
I saw
song.
Marvin last night.
Did you really? Where?
Yeah, he was at an affair. He was brilliant. He put together a song on the spot for a lady who was being honored at one of these affairs. And he's genius. This guy
just
is
marvelous,
just a genius.
He's brilliant, yeah.
Wonderful.
So he did the title song for this, and with lyrics by Alan and Marilyn Bergman. That's the group.
Yeah, he talks about
And it's a very special song, and I do it with Mark and the children of the Riverdale Country School, the choir of the Riverdale Country School, who are singing on it. So I'm excited about that.
So when's it come out?
I hope, you know, within another 2 months, if we can mix and everything. I hope so. Mitz Hashem, as they say in French. You know what that means.
With the help of God.
With the help of God, right. I can't believe that I have all these Yiddish.
You know, Avram's going to be very, very tickled to meet you because of your background, your mother and your uncle, Friedel Oisha, Moshe Oisha, two of the greatest Jewish singers in the history of
the greatest ever
of song.
As a matter of fact, Mama told me, Friedel told me that I should tell you that she loves you madly.
Really?
Yes. That you're the love of her life, and she watches all the shows, and she's a big fan.
That's nice.
Next time I come on, I'll bring her.
Tell us on the record, will you?
I'll bring her on with me, and then I wouldn't get a word in edgewise. Nobody will speak.
Is she still singing?
Of course she sings. She sings great. It's fantastic.
We got to bring her on. She'd great.
See, my mother took me on stage with her when I was, 7 years old, and I started to perform professionally with Mama because she used to go on tour a lot. And I said, if you keep going on tour, I'm never going to eat again. This is the worst thing you could tell a Jewish mother. I'm never going to eat. Took me on stage. And now I've taken my son with me. But I don't want him to stay in show business. It's not a business for a male person to be in. Not really.
You want to be the Prime Minister of Israel?
No, that's also not such a good business to be.
Not a great business right
Let
now.
him be a doctor like his father or a lawyer. You know, we can always use a lawyer in the family. But he's talented. He's very
Your
gifted.
husband's a very famous surgeon.
My
correct?
husband is a surgeon and he's an inventor, a brilliant inventor, Leon. This is a whole subject for another show. He's holding 160 United States patents.
Really?
And yeah, and he's wheeling and dealing with some very big companies. These are medical surgical devices. So I don't even want to get into it because I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Don't talk too much. All right, Marilyn, we'll cut for a break. And we're going to bring on that luscious voice of Julie Budd, your buddy.
Indeed.
And she
Yes.
was on here last time, and a lot of people remark, that lady can really sing. She's beautiful. So hold, and we'll be right back.
Ask me now that we're cozy and clean.
That's the beautiful voice of Julie Budd. She was on a few weeks ago, maybe 2 months ago, I think. Julie, you were terrific. People loved you.
Thank you.
And what better way to have a holiday show than to have that terrific voice of yours and that smiling face and that gregarious personality sitting next to
My pal.
your pal, Marilyn Michaels. Jackie Mason, if you need him.
Right.
That's
She's a wonderful person, this one. Besides being
thank you.
she's a very loyal person, a loyal friend. I can call her 3, 4 in the morning.
And
She
we
says,
do. We do.
What did you wake me up for? No. She's wonderful. She's always there for me when I need her, and I need her a lot.
I think it's tough in your business. It can be very lonely.
Yeah.
And you do have to have some relationships that you can really depend on. There's a lot of jealousy and there's a lot of hatred. I've seen it. I used to
And there's
represent
a lot of stress. There's a lot of stress.
That's
and
right.
very competitive because
It
you're
is.
fighting elements all
Yeah.
the time.
And you don't always want to unload on your family because you want to spare them. So you want to go to someone who's in the same boat.
That's why I call
Yeah.
her. And she's, she was raising a child before I had a child. So she's experienced many of the things that I experienced. We share so much. We have so much in common.
And her
being
mother tutors me.
performers. Yeah, that's
Her mother
right.
tutors me.
That's right.
Cradle?
Yes.
Right,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah,
What did she work with you on?
She
What
worked with
kind?
me on three things. She Romania, Yiddish Mama,
Yeah.
Gain,
Yeah.
a whole bunch of things. Yeah.
She knows where to go to get the good coaching.
That's right. That's right.
She can work with my mother easier than I can work with
Oh,
my
her mother's
mother.
great. Her mother's terrific.
But what percentage, both of you, what percentage would you say of your audiences are Jewish?
Look how we had that same thing. Isn't that funny how we did that? If we had to do that again, we couldn't do that.
I can say that. I do a lot of work. I have a huge Jewish following, which goes back to my heritage
Right.
with my Uncle Moshe, with Friedele. There are people who know that about me. So there's a huge Jewish following. But I do so many, I do corporate things.
I don't think you all
And there
do
isn't
that
a Jew
much.
in the house.
Well, you know what I think?
You don't cater to those audiences.
There are
Comedy.
Jewish audiences in the areas of the country which you would not expect.
Really?
For instance, I go to Atlanta. There's a tremendous Jewish
No,
audience.
Atlanta's a huge
Chicago,
community.
Mississippi. You'd be surprised. You go into different states that
Right.
years ago
How
they
you
weren't.
doing, Julia Buddy? You want to come to my shul tonight? We're gonna have a
Mazel
little-
tov, y'all, you know.
Mazel tov, y'all. You want to meet you tonight?
You
But
led
it's
me into
interesting.
something.
It's interesting.
This is a cue because the show that I did, the special on WLIW, now it's released nationally. It's called Another Mitzvah. And it's with Alan King. Alan was a guest on the show.
Right, about a month ago.
Okay.
Terrific,
Alan
wonderful.
and Erica Jong and myself and Trudy Mason and just people from everywhere. It's about diversified Jewish life in America. So you have the Jews, you all and the whole and then you have the Hasidim. And it's so
We're going to
diverse.
learn about Hasidim in about
There you go.
5 minutes
Yeah.
when Avraham Fried comes
That's
on.
right. And he's terrific. Did you hear the CD?
Yeah, chazak, chazak.
I love that CD.
That's right.
It's great.
he's gonna-
Spirited.
we're gonna
It's
talk,
wonderful.
We're going to talk about
Yeah.
him in a minute.
Spirited.
Yeah.
Julie, but you work Vegas, you work Atlantic
Yes.
City, you work all over the
All over the world.
All over the world.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily a Jewish audience.
No.
You don't even do Jewish songs in your act.
She
do you?
works for IBM. I mean, there's not a Jew in that.
I'll always have computers.
Try Intel. Intel's doing better.
Okay, listen to him. This man knows.
Knows,
his
I
business.
know.
But I do have a show that is primarily geared to the Jewish audience because sometimes I work audiences that want to hear Jewish songs. That's why I go to Freilef for the lessons.
What's the song you do? What's the songs you do in Yiddish?
Well, the song
or Hebrew, whatever it is.
There's a piece that I do in the show that's a very interesting piece because it talks about my being raised with my grandmother in Brooklyn and the kind of relationship we had.
What's that?
And that's the medley I put together of Yiddish Mama and Via Hinzelach game.
Oh, great.
And then at the end of the show we do Romania because that was like a big tune for her that she just loved. But
sing a little bit. We can do it.
Yeah.
No. We're not supposed to because
Why? He's so right. He said he went in the other room.
Oh, are we allowed to do this?
Yeah, Romania.
Gewene Mulalanda, sie sa feine. Dort zu feine ist a Fahrt Wait, you can't give it all away.
I don't know this.
They won't come to the shop.
All right.
They won't come to the shop.
Avinu Malkeinu. I got to pray.
Well, now you're back
I
to
love
it
when
now.
he sings. Don't you love when he sings?
I didn't know he could sing.
Oh, he's fabulous.
I see
Sing
that.
for
You
Marilyn.
come to my concerts.
You didn't know he's
No,
singing.
he's a
Is that what
singer.
Jackie Mason did?
Singer.
Understand?
That's incredible.
I've been a singer for a long time.
Know that.
Before I was a success.
There you
When
go.
I became a success, I stopped
Not
being
from
a singer.
singing.
He's great. Last time I
The
was here, he
truth is,
sang
when
for
I
me.
sing cantorial on this show, we get more people who want the tapes than ever.
Do you
And
have
every,
them?
Every year, yeah. Every year on the birthday of Israel and the Holocaust Memorial Day, I do a song. It's Tekel Rachamim, which I recorded with a big choir and orchestra, and I sang at the Concord.
I'm very
We get
impressed.
more-
He's great.
That's
That's it. You
You're a
loves to
tenor.
sing.
You're a
We
tenor.
had Jackie Mason on here and Dudu Fisher, who's a great singer
He's a
and
great
cantor from
singer.
Israel. The three of us were rapping here for a half hour. It's a hot tape, and Mason wanted to get in. He loves cantorial singing.
Yeah.
Oh, he does.
Then he goes flat, you know.
You're into it. You really are.
I know. I used to paid for law school being a cantor. There are people in that audience who remember me. They come over to me and say, "Leon, you cantor for us." Yeah, it was nice. It's nice. Still do it when the president of Israel asked me, Ezer Weitzman. I sang at his inauguration, "Shechayonu v'kimanu."
Last man has it.
Shechayonu v'kimanu.
I don't know that one.
So we won't sing it.
Notice how I stay out of this whole
It's good
thing.
to have a light show.
Shechianu v'kimanu
That's it.
v'higiyanu l'zman hazeh. And I just made that up.
Shechayonu v'kimanu v'giyonu v'kimanu 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 v'ya. Avraham Fried will come in now. He won't listen to me.
He'll straighten the whole thing out.
It's great to have an end of the year show like this. Usually I have Joe Franklin, Pat Cooper on, but they became lugubrious. So I had
Cooper, I
the
love
women.
Pat Cooper.
I love
so
Joe
wonderful.
Franklin.
He's
And
I
Big
used to
man.
be afraid of Pat Cooper.
Really?
Why?
I couldn't.
He's really a
scared
very
me.
gentle. No, he's
He
really a
scared
very
me.
gentle
Yeah, we
He
man.
have-
turned out to be a pussycat.
Yeah,
He's
he's
a
a nice
sweet
guy. He's a
man.
wonderful guy. His real name is Ralph Steinberg. He'll croak on that
You know,
tonight.
I think he should do 20 minutes in front of us. I think he's great.
Absolutely.
Luigi.
We'll do it
We
after.
should definitely bring him up to like Havanagila Heights where we do our show.
Havana Gila Heights.
And he should do 20 minutes in front of us. I think it'd be great. What do you think?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
I'm
Fine,
game. I am game.
If you had to make a prediction,
Yeah.
and we're not talking about Barbra Streisand selling albums.
Uh-huh.
We're talking about serious things now. Do you think there'll be peace in the Middle East next year?
Absolutely.
You do.
I believe people want
Is
peace.
that right?
And I think the
Really?
desires of the people
She's
is the thing that...
fainting.
No, I
she's thinking.
believe the desire of the people always wins out, and I think people do want peace. I think it's going to be a hard road.
Really?
I think that people are going to have to give and take, and I think there's going to be peace. I absolutely believe it.
You remember what I told you last time I was on the show? I told you that I didn't. Unfortunately, I feel that they want to push us into the sea, and they won't be happy until they do that. I mean, it's totally different from
It's interesting.
the antithesis
you know?
of Julie's story.
And I don't
I
mean
believe
I
there
don't
will
want to
be
make a
peace.
serious show out of it, but it's
No, I
interesting
believe
to
they
get-
will be.
No,
I believe they will
no,
like
it's
it.
very interesting. It's a split.
It's a dream. It's a fantasy.
You believe
It's not
that
going to be
basically...
easy. It never was easy for Jews. But you know what? It doesn't mean it can't be done.
I'd rather her way, from her mouth to God's ear.
And I believe Netanyahu
This
wants
is, by the way,
peace.
Israel. It's 50% your way and 50% her
Well,
way.
There you go.
Two
So
Jews,
it's really
47 opinions, you know?
Right.
I mean, I wish that she were right, and I wish that it
Well,
would
she
be
did
that
put a
way.
few Italians to make the sway someplace.
And that the need for a peace was so strong.
funny.
This would be a wonderful thing.
It'd be great.
It will be. It will be.
Marvin Hamlish ends his show with a song about peace. Do you know that?
I never.
Yes,
knew
I
that.
do.
He wrote
Yeah.
a song. He told the story that he went all over the world compiling a song. He went to Saudi Arabia, the Middle East, after the peace with Jordan was achieved. And he was ready to go forward with it. And Yigal Amir assassinated Yitzhak Rabin, and the whole thing was dissipated. And Hamlish dedicates that song basically to the peace process and to Yitzhak Rabin. And he's gotten into a very strong relationship with Leah Rabin. And he says on stage, wherever he goes, this is the song that he ends every show with. It's
Well,
amazing.
that's important that there's a positive feeling.
Yeah.
about
You have
it.
to have that. You cannot go forward without
You know Marvin, Julie?
Very, very,
Very well. She did a movie with Marvin.
Really? Which one?
He scored the movie.
Devil and Max Devlin.
The Devil and
Max
Bill
Devlin.
Cosby and Ellie
With-
Gould.
and Ellie
And I
Gould.
also did they're playing a song. And then I also recorded a single with Marvin.
He does a great shtick with this happy birthday thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is terrific.
He also does-
Play
Very
Chopin,
talented.
Yeah.
Mozart,
Yeah.
Tchaikovsky.
He does impressions like I do impressions with singers and
He's a
characters.
very witty
He
guy.
does
He's
it on
very,
the piano.
Very, very
funny.
smart,
People
very
love
witty.
him very much.
Yeah.
A raconteur.
All right, we're going to bring on our guest artist
Okay.
right after the break. Avraham
Now
Fried
we can't
is
sing that.
he's warming up, and you're going to hear a lot about him. You'll see a little clip on him, and he's going to come on and join the women here, which is kosher. And we're going to hear a lot about Hasidic, I don't want to call it rock music, but spiritual, very high-tempo music, and Avraham will explain it to us. First time, I believe, in television, maybe in Israel or other places he has been, but I think the audience wants to know. Draws about 100,000 people when he sings in Israel.
And he has a lot of diverse music. You
Right.
know, it's not just rock. He does a lot of different
In the
kinds
Madison
of things.
Square Garden.
sings
when they
rock and
sold
roll?
out.
He does a whole bunch. He even has a video of him in Israel with the symphony.
Right, he's
Yeah.
terrific. All right, we're cutting for a break, and he'll come right on.
Ask me how do I feel from this chemistry lesson I'm learning. Well, girl, all I can say is if I were a bridge, I'd be burning.
Yeah, I knew my morale would crack.
He said,
We're back. David Letterman doesn't have this, believe me. Jay Leno doesn't know what I'm talking about. Tom Snyder's in another world. CNN who knows what they do. This is it. Marilyn Michaels, Avraham Fried, and Julie Budd on one show. This is a classic. the tapes will be running on this like there's no tomorrow. Anyway, Avraham, welcome. Have you been on television in America before?
No. Shechianu.
This is the
Shechianu.
first.
This is the first
Mazel
for me.
tov.
Say hello to Marilyn Michaels
How do you do?
Baruch Hashem, and you.
and Julie Budd.
Yeah.
We know each
Hi,
other,
hi.
yes.
And we're all together now.
He's
We're
a
talking
terrific
about
singer.
we're talking about music.
And he knows his stuff. He knows all this stuff about Moshe. You
Just do
listen.
me a favor.
What?
Don't ask me any religious questions. I am not a rabbi. Let's
You
talk
don't
about
want to
music. Make that clear at the beginning.
Avram was mentioning that he had heard. Was it the Hanukkah album actually with Moshe?
Everything. If you remember Art Raymond.
Yeah, Hanukkah, the
That's
Hanukkah.
it.
Yeah.
So I basically grew up with Art Raymond, listening to his music.
Then you know all the stuff. You've heard all
Exactly.
Moshe's stuff
That's
and my
why
mother Fried.
Absolutely.
I was 15 years old when I sang with Moshe on the Hanukkah party. And now my son is 14 and he's singing with me.
He's
on a
terrific,
record.
your son.
beautiful.
Oh, her son.
I heard
He's
you talking about that
unbelievable.
before.
Do you have children?
Yes, Baruch Hashem. We have
How
4
many?
children.
Four
Even as a
children?
wife.
3 girls.
She's
I even
in
have
the
a wife.
Oh, she's beautiful. The
Yes,
wife
she is.
she's
She's gorgeous. Yeah, she is.
I'm a rich man.
Yes, you are.
Indeed you
How old are your
are.
children?
7, 5, 3, and 1.
Oh my God, they're little.
Pitzalach.
Yeah, they are.
So people ask me, do you plan to have your children and your boy, singing with you on stage? And my prayer is that he won't be as talented as I am, and therefore I could keep him in yeshiva and have him study, because it's not like you said, it's not a place for a Jewish boy at all.
It's a hard life.
tough.
It's
How
hard.
about for a
It's
chassid?
hard. For a chassid, maybe.
Avraham,
would
tell us a
rather
little bit about your singing world, because I'm sure the audience would like to know. I know that you can draw up to 100,000 people in Israel. I know that you sold out the Madison Square Garden. You sold out Avery Fisher Hall the other week.
That's great.
Tell me how old is this type of music basically? With Carlebach did it start?
That's it. That's it.
Shlomo
Shlomo
Carl.
Carlebach.
Remember
So we're
Shlomo?
talking-
Yeah.
So we're talking about 40, 50 years. But
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. I don't know that one.
I am challenging to do a duet with you. Before the show is over, we got to do a shtickle duet, okay?
That'd be great.
Got to do a shtickle duet.
Oh, you can't do it, Julie. There are the reasons, and we really, for those of you who are not Jewish, and a lot of you are that watch the show, Avraham is a Hasidic Jew, and he has a certain religious tenets that he abides by, and we respect it. And he's very strong in his devout feelings towards Judaism through the Hasidic mode, and so we're very respectful of it. But this is a terrific look. Marilyn is a pretty sophisticated lady, and she knows a lot about music, and she basically doesn't know a lot about that area of music. Am I correct, Marilyn?
Well, Hasidic music, it's all comes from the Torah. It's the same thing.
Comes from the tefillah too, a little bit. It's from the prayers.
Let me tell you what happened in the last 20 years or
Okay,
so.
give us a little.
Hasidic music has taken off like a rocket.
Gangbusters,
Like a rocket.
yeah.
It's booming.
I know.
Absolutely
it is.
booming. And I think the secret to it is
And the klezmer music as well.
and klezmer too.
Yes.
Klezmer too.
Why am I talking
Klezmer-
with an accent?
Klezmer
Come
even
on.
Because
more,
that's your
actually.
nature.
Oh, that's it.
Klezmer even more, but we're getting there.
You are indeed.
And I think the secret is a combination of sophisticated sounds. We're getting a little smarter, so we're giving them good quality. We're giving the listeners good arrangements, good material, some slow, some fast. But the key is that it's words from the siddur, it's words from the prayers. So they're getting something for the neshama, for the soul, as well as
And
for,
Avraham,
as well as
there's
for
a
the body.
tremendous,
Jewish music.
there's a tremendous coming back to Judaism in the world. I mean, people are becoming. There's a lot of Baal Tshuva, which means people come back to their roots and their Judaism. It's a tremendous following, and I think the music helps bring these people back.
There may also be something about technology too.
Could be.
Things are on computer.
Oh, it's
everybody has a
the
computer.
world.
Exactly.
Email.
The world.
People
Websites.
can people can
But
punch that
there's
kind of
a
thing up,
movement,
and they find out that there's work out there
Julie,
that they never knew.
there's a Orthodox movement going
Yeah.
on that I don't think was happening to the extent that it is maybe 25 or 30 years ago.
No, it
that
doesn't.
there's
You're right. That's what-
A young
a
prominent-
born-again Jew. Everybody suddenly
Well,
is
on
Yeah.
86th Street, it's not exactly Orthodox, but I went and saw it. B'nai Jeshurun, they have
Right.
2,000 people, kids singing Friday
It's
night.
very,
They
very
dance on the
intense.
Chodazim.
Lincoln Square Synagogue. Lincoln Square Synagogue is a
Huge
very
congregation.
huge.
And the Lubavitcher, they
Yeah.
brought a lot of people back.
I must tell you an incredible story. this whole coming back to Judaism, I think music is playing a very important key.
Absolutely.
It's a very big help for those who want to come back to Yiddishkeit.
Much more than Chumash, believe me.
Yeah,
I'm so
much
inspired,
more.
I'm going to
Much
do
more
it.
than
Also, the
that.
generation that it's
I must
speaking
tell you,
to is
I
a
mean-
generation that relates to music. You have to think about that too.
Absolutely.
Because the generation that's coming up now, the baby boomers and even
She's right.
after, music speaks to that generation, and so
If you want to
exactly.
get the kids, that's one way
That's
to
one
do
way to
it
do
through
it.
music. It's a universal language.
All right, so
But you
continue
were
your
saying-
story.
The Alter Rebbe, the founder of the Hasidic movement, said, "Word is the pen of the heart, but melody is the pen of the soul." Now, music, being as holy as it is, can be used or abused. So on the one hand, we can have all this chazarai that's going on with a very terrible influence on the listener. They can do crazy things to themselves, as we've heard over the
Yeah,
past several
right,
years.
sure.
Or
Wait a
music...
minute. Chazarai is junk.
Junk, okay. Good translation. Or we can have music with a message, with an inspirational message, something that speaks to the soul, that can bring people
And uplift them.
back to
Yeah.
their God, bring them
Uplift.
closer. Here's a story in point. About a half a year
Could
ago...
you tell he's Jewish?
Still not too
Here's a
sure.
story on point.
About a half a... It's rubbing off from Jackie Mason, right? A half a year ago, I
How
was
old are you?
invited...
How old are you?
How old do you think I am?
You look like you're maybe 32, something like
Another
that.
couple of years couldn't hurt.
All right.
Twice high.
I'm a young
maybe.
man.
Twice
Okay.
high.
In that neighborhood.
What you were saying, I want to hear what you're saying.
Go ahead, continue.
About a half a year ago, I was invited to come sing in Berlin, of all places. Berlin.
Germany.
Yeah.
Berlin, Germany.
There's a Berlin in the United States
As in
too.
Berlin, Germany.
Was there anybody left to sing for there?
So here comes the story.
Well, that's yeah.
There
A lot
were
more than you
several
think.
hundred people in the audience. What got me was that 200 students, young boys and girls, as soon as the music started, not only did they dance to the music all night, but they knew all the stuff. They knew all my songs.
Oh, they knew the stuff.
They knew all the
That's
stuff. Yerushalayim and Mashiach and all the stuff we were singing.
That's wonderful.
So the elderly people were sitting by the tables drinking, watching these young students in Berlin, this is 50 years after the Holocaust, dancing with this simcha, with this joy, with
Yeah.
this faith of Jerusalem, of
Well,
the redemption
I
coming.
think, you know, we're...
Incredible.
And what was your
That's
take on
very
all of
So
that,
here-
though? What was
so
your
here-
take
so
on all of that?
afterwards, two young brothers came over to me in their 20s, medical students.
Mm-hmm.
And they told me
They sell
something that
cough
I
drops,
just
no?
I couldn't believe when they told it to me, but it gave me the feeling of, you know something, what I'm doing is worthwhile. It's more than just entertainment.
Yeah.
It's really touching people's souls. Here's a story. Until they were 13, they lived in a little shtetl someplace in Germany.
Little
And their
city,
parents,
little city.
a little city, and their parents kept from them the fact that they were Jewish, out of fear of anti-Semitism. When they turned
Marilyn
13,
Albright.
that's it.
Yeah.
Right? That's right.
That's it, exactly.
That's right.
When
Same
they turned,
thing.
When they turned 13, bar mitzvah time, their parents said the news that these are Jewish children, and they moved them to Dusseldorf, where life was a little better, I guess. Make a long story short, they had a one-day thing with their bar mitzvah, put on film one time, then they forgot about it. A few years after that, a young man came from Israel who started a religious day camp there in Dusseldorf. And in the car, to and from the camp, he would put a tape in the car. And to my mazel, to my luck, it was my tape. So they came over to me after the show in Berlin. They came specially from Dusseldorf to Berlin for the show to tell me that it was the music, the words, the message that gave them their initial push to return to Yiddishkeit, to Judaism. And now these two young brothers have already brought back several of their own Bali Tshuva, coming back to
They
Yiddishkeit.
sold a lot of records for you.
And they're selling my records there.
And it's amazing that they understood the language.
Wonderful.
Well, you see, that's
The language,
that's
the
what's
language.
incredible about some of these songs. I think
But what he's saying is very true, because I was in Russia in the 70s. You know, KGB was on me. I was there with the U.S. Senate. I knew that the Soviet Union would collapse because the KGB agent, a woman, a sexy woman, by the way, told me that all she wanted was Frank Sinatra records and Elvis Presley, and she wanted to
that's
buy
interesting.
jeans.
Yeah.
And I
That's
wrote back
interesting.
to my Senate. I was working for a Senate. I said, the Soviet Union, in my opinion, will go down in 20 years. Exactly what happened here. Through technology and internets and computers, everybody can see this type of music, get
Yeah.
it, feel it. And
Technology has changed a
This
lot.
is the wonderful thing, and that it is uplifting, and that it has, affected so many Jews and the younger generation. The only thing I don't understand, and it's, I try not to take it as an affront, but it's very difficult because it's steeped probably steeped in something in the Torah. And only recently did I have that experience that if I'm in, for instance, on Sunday I'm doing a telethon for Chabad. Okay, and I can't sing. Now they want Marilyn Michaels there, and they want me to speak, and they want me to make a pitch or whatever. But I'm not allowed to sing, so that the very Orthodox are not allowed to hear the sound, the singing sound, the voice.
Is it the very Orthodox or the Hasidim?
Very
Orthodox.
I mean, this isn't some kind of...
Because
this
I
has
have
been
family
going on
that-
for a
I have
long
family
time.
that's very
But when you
Orthodox,
think,
the same thing.
and
Tell
this
us
is
the
what,
reason.
and I don't want to get into a theological, controversial discussion, but since I'm at it, why not?
You know what?
The thing here,
I have a suggestion.
but wait a second.
If you give me a telephone number or an email address, I'll send
Someone
you all the
said,
information.
one of the rabbis, and they're all friendly with my mother, Friedele, and then they say, on the phone to her, they say, let's hear a little bit. She says, Rabbi, I'm not supposed to sing. He says, it's okay. It's over the mechanism. It's over
That's
the phone.
how you knew before.
Yes, that's how I know. Because you're able to hear it through the speakers or through the, but a live woman, and the definition of that, or the way they translate it, the way they explain it, is that the sound of the female voice is like the sound of the sirens. There is something very sensual.
No, they say it's the
about
voice of seduction.
the voice of seduction.
Yeah. Is that
But you know, the voice of a woman, of a man, it's a God-given thing. Can you imagine never to be able to hear the sound, this woman's sound, not to be able to listen to her live, to hear the beauty,
But
or
it's-
Joan Sutherland, or a Barbara
All right,
Streisand, or a.
1 second.
Let him
I have a
answer.
question.
Let him
I have a
answer.
question. Julie, it
Now I
hasn't
rest my
affected- but
case.
1 second.
That's it.
My not being able to hear you sing hasn't affected your career, has it?
No.
Baruch Hashem.
But
Thank God. So that's
think
it.
about
Thank
the,
God.
think about the
We
hundreds
don't
of
know.
thousands of people.
And we don't know.
Think about it. Who knows?
No, I understand both viewpoints, and I don't have a problem with it. Marilyn, it really upsets her. as you
Marilyn
can
has a
see.
lot of problems.
Very
You do
upset.
I don't have a problem.
You know,
I don't have a
Shrink
problem
says when
with
you
it.
do impersonations, you're trying to transference. You know. What I
My presence at Chabad is about the support of what Chabad is about. I'm not there to sing. I'm there to see. I feel differently than Marilyn does. My presence at Chabad is to support the strength and the presence of woman in Judaic life, and to support Chabad. It's totally irrelevant if I should sing or not, because that's not really why I'm there. So I don't have a problem with that. You know.
She's for
I
peace
haven't-
and she's Likud, though.
That's a wonderful thing.
Benjamin Netanyahu doesn't know how much he needs me.
You can
See, this is the
disagree.
problem.
That's important. That's what discussion is about, to be able
Marilyn,
to
I really
disagree.
think
I
that-
want to sing.
I really think
I
that
want to
you're-
sing now. No, I wouldn't make you feel uncomfortable much.
I really think that you would be less disappointed
What?
if someone could send you some literature about it. A little more knowledge, I think, would take away some of the
Not
anger.
really.
Anger.
It wouldn't.
It wouldn't?
No, absolutely not.
You don't know what you're starting with.
Absolutely not.
You don't know what you're starting with.
One of the
You know
great
what our middle name is?
thrills.
Akshanit.
I know Marilyn since I'm
I know
12
what
years
that
old.
means.
I haven't won an argument yet.
To
Don't
be able
start.
to hear the sound of a Joan Sutherland, I mean, that is glorious.
It's choice, though, Marilyn. It's choice.
It's interpretation. Somebody once something happened to them, and you
a
know
point.
where I'm talking.
Yes, and it's choice.
Something
And it's
happened
choice.
to one man one time.
right,
He
it
said,
is choice.
"Oh my God!" and he screwed it for everyone.
Right,
That's-
Avraham, have you listened to people like Pavarotti and
Sure.
have you listened
That's
to
okay.
Sinatra?
Sure.
Sinatra,
Sure.
Tony Bennett.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Perry Como.
More
He listens to everyone. He's a rounded musician.
Did you learn Col Nidre from Perry Como like
No.
I did? You got it from Johnny Mathis. They both did terrific records of
Really?
Col Nidre. You didn't know that?
So did
No,
Johnny
I never knew
Mathis.
that.
Johnny
Johnny
Mathis
Mathis. Johnny
learned
Mathis.
it from Moshe's
Right.
record.
And by
Do you
the
know
way,
what's so
I didn't
funny?
learn Avinu Malkeinu from Barbara Streisand either.
Do you know
Just for
what's
the
so
record.
funny?
Good.
People
Just for the
think
record.
because you sing in
Yeah,
another
that is-
language,
What kind
or
of
that you
Avinu
come from
Malkeinu?
another, bend of it, that everything is so foreign. They don't realize it's a universal thing. Sound is sound, and we listen to everything. I listen to a little bit of what you do. You listen to a little bit of
Well,
what.
you can't, I don't live in a closet.
You don't
People ask me-
departmentalize music, and
Exactly.
you know what I mean. And people think because you come from this other genre, that.
Yeah, people think
Yeah.
I'm living in some kind of
Exactly.
or something. I know
Yeah.
what's going on. I pick
Yeah.
up a newspaper. I listen to a radio.
No, you can't come from music the way
Those
he
who won
comes.
the World Series, too.
But he comes from a very well-rounded place in music. I mean, I was very impressed when I heard some of the CDs.
I met Avram
Great.
about 2 years ago, and I found the whole First of all, he and his wife were very interesting and
She's a beautiful
dynamic
girl,
personalities,
beautiful
and the world is very fascinating.
Oh, of course.
I know a lot about the Orthodox world, but I know a lot about the Hasidic world.
Remember the
You told
movie
me a lot about
Yentl?
it. Yes, very
With
well.
you know who?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Chas v'chalila.
Okay, so the whole idea of the movie was this was a woman who wanted to
Right.
study,
Right.
and she disguised herself as a man so that she could study Torah and study Talmud.
But I think Julie said the whole thing in a nutshell a moment ago when she said, when she comes to show support for Chabad, the women can bring so much that they can contribute.
You bring whatever you can because
But
you
so
do
I'm
what
saying
they
this-
allow you to do,
this whole-
clearly.
Yeah.
Yentl didn't know what her mitzvah was.
Yentl didn't know how much she can do by
That's
being
right.
a woman.
That's right. That's how I viewed the
Doesn't need
music.
to be a boy.
That's how I
Avram,
viewed the
how
movie.
huge is the audience that you cater to? You're all over the world. You do concerts all over the world. Would you say that it keeps growing and growing now?
Like I said, it's absolutely booming. I just
And
did it.
you go to South America, you go to...
Wherever there's a Jewish community, I basically had the merit
Wow.
to perform there.
And it's like what I said before, Jewish communities are in places now where we would never expect them to have
How many
been 20 and
countries have
30
you
years
been
ago.
to? With-
I've been to, like I said, wherever there's a, I haven't been to Beirut yet. That's the one place I have not been.
That there's a minion there Friday night, I think.
I think I'll pass. But Chile, Germany, Australia, all of Europe, Hong Kong, Alaska. I mean, basically,
Been
where
very
there's-
gratifying. Huh?
Did you hear about the Alaskan, the kid from Alaska, the Jewish boy that came to New York to find a wife? Did anybody hear about this
No.
on the
No,
news?
I
It's
know.
the wildest.
Oh, yeah,
Did you hear about
to
this?
He froze.
And you're available.
Remember when you said Alaska? I said, first I was saying to myself, are there Jews in Alaska? What are they
Sure.
doing in Alaska?
Yeah.
And then I thought to myself, there was this Jewish guy that came into New York from Alaska because he wanted to find a wife.
Looking for a shidduch.
Yeah.
You did a concert, you did a
Company.
concert in Alaska?
Yeah,
In
Anchorage.
Juneau or
Anchorage,
Anchorage?
That's amazing.
How big? How many people?
about 800 people.
I didn't
800
even know,
people
I
in
didn't even know
Alaska.
that Jews go where
Yeah.
it's cold.
I'm telling you. that's why we call it the
In
frozen
Alaska,
chosen.
you found Jews.
Frozen chosen. I love this.
This is
I want to come see your show. Where are you going to be performing around New York so we can come see you?
Well, I'll be at the theater in Madison Square Garden March 8th.
Great.
God willing.
Great. I'd love to see it. Come on,
Really?
we'll
Another
go.
concert?
Okay.
We'll go. We'll
Alone?
have a good time.
Mordechai.
Mordechai ben David. That's his
Another
twin.
great.
Another great Hasidic.
Hasidic.
These
Now, if
two-
we go together, you know she's going to heckle from the audience.
three of us
You know,
will
there'll
go.
be-
No,
yeah, that'll be fun.
One thing is
We'll rock
important,
and roll.
what that
Yeah.
Julie says is right, is the tolerance. I mean, this is it. There are people with different beliefs and different
It's more than tolerance,
tolerate.
it's understanding.
Yeah.
When you tolerate,
This I don't
it's
understand.
condescension. When you understand, it's
Understand?
a better,
Yes.
better way.
And then there's
But
respect
music.
when you understand.
Right.
That's
But
the
I think
difference.
music is. I think the beauty of music is that, like you said, people don't even need to understand really what is the message. Somehow the music speaks to the soul.
Yeah.
I think that's
There's
the
a
beauty of
subtext.
music.
There's a subtext, you
It
know?
has its own way of getting into the neshama.
Yes,
you know.
absolutely.
Soul,
As a matter of
soul.
fact, about a year ago, I was in Israel for a show in Haifa. And I'm getting dressed to go to the show. I get a phone call in the hotel from a young woman who asks me if I would come and visit her husband, who had fallen into a coma 10 days earlier and is lying in the
Tell me the
hospital.
story.
And
Did you?
I went and I sang for him. And I called a few days later when I got back home. He came to.
A
and he gets on the-
mitzvah.
wait, gets on the phone and he said to me, when we meet next time and I'll be healthier and better, I have something to tell you. So we had a reunion a few months later. We hugged and we kissed and we cried. And he says to me, I want to tell you something. He says, for the entire 10 days that I was in the coma, I didn't hear a thing. Not a thing. But when you sang, me and my friends up there, our faces were shining. He gave me a whole description.
Oh,
Wow.
that's marvelous.
That's a very,
We
very
heard you sing.
fabulous
We heard you
thing.
sing this
Sure.
song, and it was just
It's emotional. We got to take a break. We'll come right back and talk to Avraham Fried, Julie, Bud, and Marilyn Michaels, and Leno and Letterman. You're not getting this. I'm telling you. We'll be right back.
That's because they don't know what English is.
شيخ بشور خمخ اسكام سخو ريو قويل رحمخو عمي دوسه رحمخو عمي دوسه اوي اوي بسيسنا هيجي مهنخو بمينا صراخ عمي دكسيكا وانا اسلوهم اوي لوهم لفني مشاور اسحتي اوي اوي
We're back. I'm Leon Charney. I'm sitting here with a musical trio, and they don't work together. I want you to know that. It's Avraham Fried, the great Hasidic singer, Julie Budd, the classical American singer, Marilyn Michaels. She's everything. Mainly, she's Jackie Mason lately. Don't call her Avraham.
With you, I'm Jackie
I know
Mason.
you're in a rush, Marilyn. Do you
I'm
have
in
any
a
words
rush.
of wisdom for us before you,
I want to
you
wish
bow out of
you
here?
a happy Hanukkah and a healthy one and peace in the world. That's what Mama always says. And tell Julie I love you very
love you
much.
too.
Avram, it was such a pleasure meeting you.
Same here.
And to remind everybody, they should tune in on WLIW, this special, which is now going to be, I'm doing it again.
Mitzvah,
I'm doing
the
this
mitzvah.
accent. It's called Another
The
Mitzvah.
mitzvah mobile. See, she's
And
into mitzvahs.
it's a marvelous show.
Before you
Again,
leave.
about diversified Jewish life.
Hold on. Before you leave, I wanted to sing a little bit of the Hanukkah song that your uncle Moshe Oisha used to sing. What's
Go
the name of
ahead.
that song?
Yeah, sure.
Hotza gitten Chaneke, Hotza gitten Chaneke, Yom de dum 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 dum.
Happy
Actually, most of the songs are hard to sing because he
They
had
would
this
say, you know what they said about Moshe Oisha?
Yeah.
He had hupkes.
Well, he had this unbelievable delivery, which is very difficult to.
I think
That's
he was
like
the
a
best.
once in a
I
life-
think he was the best. But
the
show me a
best.
few records of his.
Yeah, I bring,
Even if you bring him in tapes, it's okay.
I promise you I will.
You don't give him all to Jackie Mason. It wouldn't help him anyway. Believe me, it's not going to help him.
I love you.
There's only one video of him, right?
No, there are several. There are
there
several
several?
movies. There is a Vilna
The movies.
Balabessel. There's the Cantor's Son,
The Kiddush.
and there are a few more. And there are the Yiddish.
And he's been in
art
some
films.
documentaries too that I've
Yes,
seen.
yes.
There's been footage in documentaries.
Raisins and Almonds, which
Yeah.
was narrated by Orson Welles, which can be purchased.
And
And
his
it
chazonis
has-
was
yes.
incredible. It was a
And
great
they
cancer.
used footage
Yeah,
in Another
it's great.
Mitzvah when they taped it, and I didn't know. And I watched. I still can't watch my uncle without getting falling apart.
My
getting very
opinion, he was
emotional.
the greatest. He really was the greatest.
Yes.
Yosla Rosenbaum was very famous and
That's
terrific too. We don't have enough of his recordings to know, but the style of your uncle was tremendous.
Yes, he was sort of
Dayenu,
the successor.
Dayenu.
One of a kind. He was one of a kind.
Unbelievable.
And his voice had a very specific ring.
Yes.
There was a
Very,
very
very
specific
incredible.
color
You
to
knew
his
Moshe
voice.
Oish's
Yeah,
voice as soon as
it was
it
a
came
very
on.
specific color to
Right.
his voice.
Julia La Rosa was trying to copy him. He missed.
Can you imagine growing up with that?
He was
kind
pretty
of
good, Julie. He was
intensity,
pretty good.
intense
Good.
Jewish
Yeah.
music?
Not a chazan though.
Well,
I
he's
love you.
Italian, you know. it's
I'm going to
another
leave
thing.
you to
Marilyn is
schmooze.
Great singer, though.
Marilyn is leaving us.
And I'm
and
leaving you here.
We'll continue with Avram.
Say hi to the
Pleasure.
family. Say hi to
Pleasure
your mother
meeting you.
for me,
Happy
will you?
Hanukkah.
Let me kiss. Goodbye.
Don't
Mara.
look, don't
Take
look,
care, honey.
Avram. So, Julie,
Yes, sir.
you seem to be very inspired by Avraham Fried. You want to go to see his concerts?
Yeah, I think we should all go.
Tell me, Avram, if Julie made a record of Hasidic songs, would anybody buy it, or it's not tolerated?
It wouldn't be bought, would it?
One second. I want to make it very perfectly clear that there are many religious women, very religious women, very talented, who put out tapes.
But where's the audience
only
for
thing
it?
is-
Tell us,
the
tell
only
us.
thing
Where's
is-
the audience?
The only thing is,
Women buy it.
women buy it, and they perform. They do concerts.
That's
and they're
great.
Is that
busy.
right? Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Name
Yes,
a
yes.
few.
There's no longer this need to be stifled,
Name
so to speak.
me a few women singers, Hasidic
Oh,
women
you
singers.
have there's a Mrs. New from Australia, who's very popular.
Really?
And there's Kinneret, there is Rachel Miller, there is Penina Claver.
So the
On and
so
on
the
and
women
on.
are
There
out
are
there
many.
doing
I didn't know that.
building an audience. So they're out there
They
building
do,
an
and
audience.
they sell out. They do like 4 weekends in a row.
So
know,
you'd say
they sell out.
primarily it's a female audience that's going
Yes,
to see them.
Yes, there are a lot of young girls and
or
mothers. and
other Jewish people that are interested in that kind of music.
I'll tell you what I saw,
Exactly.
which
They're performing.
shocked me. I saw Mordechai Ben David at a concert at the Concord Hotel, and I saw women listening to him they went crazy. I mean, they go ballistic.
Yeah, it's terrific.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's different
They throw
when it's
keys.
music from a man's point of
throw
view,
keys.
though. It's easy. I think Leon, you're
What
so
can I
funny.
say? It's an honest show. We don't lie.
Hey,
no
it's-
one owns us here. It's a real honest show.
it's better than throwing other things, right? I think it's in.
But you know, you said something before that's really interesting because you were talking about the lyrics. There's a lot of stuff in music now with rock music where parents are very, very concerned about, you know, this
sure.
the evil and the crazy kind of stuff that's in the music now. And when you were talking about the spirituality, a lot of people, you know, in commercial pop music, are really trying to find that kind of thing now.
Well,
Because there's a real concern.
On most of my tapes, on this one, I didn't put in an English song, but I usually try to put in an English song, English lyrics, and something in Yiddish.
Would it be English, an original tune or a cover tune?
An original tune written by one of my composers who I've worked with for the past 18 years. And some of the titles are We Are Forever One, which talks about the unity of our people. Goodbye to Exile,
Right.
the coming of
Avraham, do you have
Mashiach.
gold records in this too?
Gold, it depends what you call gold in our market.
And that's what I mean. What is gold in your market?
I would say about 50,000.
Really?
Wow, that's great.
And that's only in America. Israel's another 50,000. So
Israel.
you're talking about
Yeah,
100,000.
sure.
You sell very well in Israel?
Thank God. I perform about 25 times a year in Israel.
He's amazing. You know, he goes there. I thought I was amazing. He goes there for weekends. You know.
Well, listen, you
Well, I
know,
gotta tell you, Leon,
it's his living.
you'll get a kick out of this. Last week on Saturday night, I got onto an El Al plane and flew to Israel. Arrived 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Sunday afternoon.
The government shut down.
No, I just missed the
Did you
strike.
miss that?
I got back on time.
The government shut down. I
Yeah,
said
yeah.
to myself, oh my God, he's sitting in an
I
airport with no place to go.
Listen how close I came to being stuck there. So I leave Saturday night, arrive Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock. 7 o'clock, I go to a bar mitzvah to sing. From
Right.
7 to 12, I'm at the bar mitzvah, eating, singing, enjoying
Right.
some speeches. 12 o'clock, I got back into a taxi. I went back to the airport. And 1 o'clock, I was on my way back home.
Did you take a sleeping?
You just
pill?
missed it.
was in
You
Israel.
just
I just
missed
missed
it.
No, I was in Israel for about 7 hours. That's how I do it. I got to come back to my
But
family.
you get jet lagged?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. But,
So you
but I
sleep
think
it
it's
off?
I think it's the best thing to do. The less you are in a foreign place, the less your clock has to adjust, the better off you are.
I
So
had a fellow
in
flew
and out.
the other day, did the same thing. A friend of mine didn't
Yeah,
even sleep.
it's
In and
easier
out.
sometimes.
That's it.
I do that when I go to the West Coast a lot.
Really?
Sometimes I'll do a show on the weekend, or I'll do a corporate show or TV show or something. I'll fly in on Thursday. You know, I'll get right out like the next
best
morning.
thing.
When I went to the Orient, though, I got to tell you, it's such a long trip, and it does turn you around. I found myself getting up at like 1 o'clock in the morning and
that's
wanting a steak. You know what I mean? It's like your body just like turns around. You don't know whether it's morning or it's
Kosher steak.
Yeah, of course. Hey, my sister owns a kosher butcher.
Is that right?
Of course, a kosher
Nice girl. Julie.
meat gumby.
Great. What are you doing for Hanukkah, Avram? You singing?
Hanukkah, I'm staying home, thank God.
Really? Do you have any
The last couple of
Hanukkah?
years, I've made it clear that Hanukkah, I don't travel.
Is that right?
Hanukkah, we stay home.
Well, we want you to perform in New York, so we have somewhere to go and have some fun.
Well,
Rock and roll.
March 8th.
Rock and roll with
March
Avram,
8th.
right?
That's right.
yeah.
That's right.
He booked. What do you booked? 2 years? I mean, you really
I
booked
have a
way out.
booking. I have one booking in about a year and a half. Yeah.
You should see him on stage. He moves. He shakes. He
Well, I
dances.
saw the tapes were
The
great.
action is tremendous. He brings a lot of aliveness into the audience. I've seen him work.
That's
twice, I
great.
think.
Good energy.
Good energy level. And most of the other Hasidic singers I know are very heavy, and he's
Yeah.
very skinny.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It helps.
I don't know what it proves, but
It helps.
it's, anyway, Julie, we can't hear you sing, but I got to tell you that after you were on the show, we had so many comments about
Really?
the lovely voice.
Aw.
But everybody compares you to Streisand.
Don't know why. All I can tell you is that when I was on your show last time, I never got so many phone calls. I never got so many phone calls. Everybody called me from all over the country. We saw you on Leon's show. I could do a million TV shows. I do your show. Everybody calls me and tells me that.
A lot of people told us that.
Amazing. You know, the viewing audience is tremendous on your show.
Well,
Tremendous.
we're happy. So the commercials run.
My mother was in Florida. She said, "Oh, I saw you twice. I saw you twice."
Yeah, we ran it. Avram, your life is going to change now.
I'll let you know.
That's right.
You'll
That's
be the
right.
first to know.
But
Leon.
we have a problem. Hasidim don't have televisions, do they?
Well,
Some do.
many people do.
They do?
Sure, they
Yeah,
do.
they
The
do.
younger
Many-
people are a little bit different, I think. Don't you?
I'm saying the world in general has many
But
televisions.
Yeah.
The
let
Hasidic
me ask
world
you a
is
question.
small
There are
world.
many Hasidic sects. So let's take Satmar and Bianas and whatever there are. Will they all cross lines and listen to your music?
Oh, sure.
So there's no separation
This
there?
is, this is kosher music.
No, not the kosher, but wasn't there a time when there was a little strife between, let's say, some of the Hasidic
Yeah,
communities?
but not as far as music is concerned.
Not music.
No.
It's
No.
across
Never
the
See, I
border.
have
Exactly.
cousins that
No,
live
it's a very important point.
Exactly.
in Williamsburg.
No,
and-
it crosses the border.
course.
The Satmar are a very
Sure.
tough group out there.
You know, that's why people have told me that I'm the one Lubavitcher that can really reach everyone.
I believe
Because
that. That's
music-
why I bring the point out. I mean,
music
I
is
think
music.
it's really important.
It is important.
When I was in the Senate and we had ping pong diplomacy breaking through China, remember that? Everything was ping pong diplomacy.
Sure.
And what we came to the conclusion that music and sports can break the barriers. Music and sports.
Because
will
it's
do
the
it.
common thing that,
Right.
that the
Not
people
this guy
connect
who
to.
plugged the coach the other day.
Right.
Spiegel, whatever his name is.
That's not good for sports.
No, I think the guy should be banned totally. Sprewell, what was his name? Terrell? I don't know.
I saw the press conference on television.
Yeah, it's terrible. You can't
Now,
blast the
now it's
coach.
becoming a whole
Yeah,
race
it's a
issue.
huge.
It's
You
a Freila.
know what will happen
Yeah.
to this kid, by the way? Become a huge star.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
People will book him. People will put him on the market. I mean, it's
Well, it's very
crazy.
sad that that's what it takes to bring notoriety. I mean, really, think about it.
That's why we brought Avraham on.
That's
Show
right.
Good values.
You know, I have cousins. I was saying that I have cousins. They live in Williamsburg, and they're Satpas.
Really?
Yes, yeah.
See
On my father's side of the family,
They don't wear
Hasidim.
ties.
They don't wear ties.
My cousin had a tie store. They went broke.
Really?
They don't wear ties.
They don't wear ties?
No. Lubavitcher wear ties, but not summer.
So you got to pick the right neighborhood if you're going to be in retail, Leon. That's the moral of that story.
Location.
Location is everything.
Very important. Very important.
You're
But you
right.
didn't know that about me, huh?
I didn't know that at all.
True
I know you had
blue
a beautiful voice. She's great.
You have Hasidic roots?
Yeah, in Brooklyn, yeah, on my father's side.
That's interesting.
But you know what's interesting? I see now that Streisand recorded Avinu Malkeinu, she did Yentl, Spielberg did Schindler's List. I really feel that many of these big stars, as popular and as wealthy and as famous as they are, something tells me that their neshama, their soul is calling for something more meaningful.
Oh, I think you're right.
Especially in a business that can be extremely superficial, and people are alone a lot, like what you were saying before, that we're on the road a lot and we're alone a lot, and people really want something to connect
I mean,
to.
after the lights go down, you go back to your room and to your home, what are you going home to?
Yeah,
You know?
No,
exactly.
I think you're absolutely right. I think there's a tremendous dearth, or there was a lack of spirituality, and people are looking for it. Spielberg, his wife was a non-Jew, converted to Judaism. He goes to the synagogue every week, I understand. He's a
Pico
committed...
Robertson area.
Huh?
I know where he davens. I know what shul he goes to.
He's a committed felon. There's a tremendous... This wasn't true 40, 50 years ago. When we grew up as kids, everybody said, is he Jewish? If he was a ball player, we were happy. You know what I mean? We didn't care about anything
Well, it's a
else.
far more integrated world in general, and that's good. And that's good, and that goes back to the tolerant aspect that you were talking about before. It's a far more integrated world, not just with, Yiddishkeit, but with all other kinds of people, whether they're Native Americans or African Americans.
We had a fellow on here,
whatever,
Avram, I got 1 minute here. We had a fellow on here who did a film about Hasidism, and it was a big hit. It opened in a couple of theaters. I forgot the name of it. It played upstate also. I think we once spoke about it. And it showed how Hasidism was growing. I forgot the name
I
of
know
the
the film you're talking about. It was
big. I forgot
it
the
was
name
at
of it.
Lincoln Center for
Right,
a while.
right.
Menachem something?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember he asked me to come
It
to
was,
the...
it was a great film. Anyway, we're running out of time. It's Hanukkah. You want to wish my people a happy Hanukkah?
I want to wish you and your family and you and everybody out there a happy and healthy Hanukkah.
And Avram, I'm sure it's the same for you. How's it feel to be on the Leon Charney Report?
It feels great. We've got to do this again.
Rock Chazak. We'll see you next
Yes.
week with Governor Pataki, and we thank Avram and Julie and Marilyn. She went to probably find Jackie Mason. See you next week.
Leon, you're so funny.
Please stay for 15 minutes.
Ask me how do I feel, ask me now that we're cozy and clinging.